It is a Goodwill shopping day. Welcome to Paper and Moose. And today it is back to the Goodwill bins to see what we can find by digging and digging and doing some more digging to see what vintage treasures lie in that sea of plastic blue. So join me, get your digging gloves, your Goodwill bag. Let's see what we can find. You guessed it, back at the bins. Welcome everyone. Hope you're not getting sick of these videos. Score, antique letters little contraption, which I totally forgot to show my recap. I'm sorry. That was one of the first things that I found. Then I stumbled upon a trio of aprons. These kind of go with my love of the old nail bags, so I definitely picked these up. I think they're from magazines, Fortune magazine. And then this, look who it is, folks. For all of you that I always get her name wrong and you correct me, this is Holly Hobby. How funny. A vintage apron. So I picked her up as well. This reminded me of a whirligig that you'd have outside, but it was all broken. I don't know where all the parts were. So again, the bin, we have hangers, projector, basketballs, games, tins. I mean, there's a lot. So your arms, your biceps are getting a good workout when you're moving things and sifting through things, especially in the books, which is where I'm back again. Ugly Duckling. Found this. It is a vintage Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs book. You can see it has a bit of wear, but I liked the illustrations inside. So I picked this up. This was 50 cents. Their hardcover books are 50 cents. Put that in my bag. Going to see what else we can find. Magnets and magnetism. I passed on that. You never know what you're going to find. This was sheet music, but the covers weren't interesting enough for me, so I left those there. And look, I found a Pokemon. Too bad it wasn't the cards because those are all the rage now. I believe this was a book in the early 2000s or late 90s, but it wasn't worth anything. I then stumbled upon a shoehorn collection. It's funny how in the bins you'll see that there were, someone must have donated a bunch of their collections. So you have some bottle openers. I believe I found some more shoehorns. It's too bad they weren't advertising pieces from the 1920s or 1930s with local, shoe stores on them, because then that would have been a pretty good find. And there's another one. I'm just sifting through those candle holders. They're not really popular anymore since many people have switched to the solar ones that come on at night by themselves. Oh, there was a charger there. I probably could have used that. I should have grabbed that. When I'm editing these, I see things that I say to myself, why didn't you pick that up? Your eyes they trick you sometimes when you're looking in the bins, but they were not tricked by this. This is a Disney Small World jewelry box that went right into my bag. A whole mishmash of things as usual, some toys. I pushed that little snowman guy aside, and then I found this Santa head. And then I found another one, so I thought, well, I'm going to grab all three. Some more toys. You have a great luggage. I mean, everything. A broken CD player boombox. So I like to just go towards the bottom, see if I can find little things or find something that looks like it's vintage and reach for it. I think that was like a pierogi maker right there. But, lunchbox. If you're coming here to look for a specific thing, good luck. That definitely is like a treasure hunt. Dare shirt. This was for a stuffed animal. If it would have been a person shirt, it probably would have been a good find. Those were fun too. Vintage candle vases. You put them in there, put your candles in there, and you're good to go. The mishmash of the bins. You never know what you're going to come across and what you are going to come home with. And that is what makes these so much fun to dig around. There's a coffee maker. You can get a coffee maker there, but I left that. Not a bad day at the bins. There is a big difference between what is listed on eBay and what can sell, because as you are going through the bins and you're putting things in your cart, and if you are a reseller, you more than likely look up each item. Perhaps, some you probably have just that gut instinct. You've sold it before, Other items you do have to take a gander and see. And some prices can be all over. You could have 20 listings for an item ranging from $10 to $75. But then you have to remember to take a look at the solds, because it could be completely different. So what did I pick up today? A few good things. I guess let's start with these. These guys, we have good old Dracula and Frankie. These are window clings. They were made by Universal, they're official Universal Studios monsters. Originally, they were from the Drug Emporium for $1.39. Now, looking online on eBay, there are a few listed for $29.99 each, plus free shipping. None have sold. My best method to sell these would probably be to group them together and get them on their way. They look like they have been used, because you can see they aren't matched perfectly up by where they used to be, but they seem to still be pretty clingy. These are fun. You have your classic monsters, so great for someone that collects Halloween and on the vintage side, because while they are not vintage, they have that vintage look to them. Bought those. I forget what I paid for everything. Again, it's by the pound, so I think it was less than $10. It must have been. What do we have next? We have this girl. I think her name is Amy Rose. I could be completely wrong. Well, she's the girl Sonic. This plush is all over the place. There is one that is exactly like mine, listed for $75 on eBay. Now, if you look in the solds, there's one exactly like mine, and that's sold for $10. $10, $75. What would you list it for? She does have her tag on her, and she is made by Sega. I don't see a date anywhere. To clean, surface washable only. So she cannot go into the washing machine. Again, what do you list her for? Do you be like the person that listed for $75, or do you do the quick flip and list her for maybe $20 and have her be on her way? That's why you have to be, somewhat leery when you are pricing on eBay. You see that often at garage sales, and many of you complain about that. You'll have someone that every single item at the garage sale has an eBay printout. And it's not what it's sold for, it's what someone listed it for. I could list my remote, my Fire Stick remote, for $5,000. No one's going to buy it for that much. I can list it for whatever price I want to list it for. But, just be aware of that when you are sourcing. Just because something is listed for a certain price does not mean it's going to sell for that certain price. So, we have her. I did find this fun item. This is a Walt Disney World Small World little jewelry box. And it does still work. I will not play the whole song because of copyright. I believe this was from the 90s. So it has your classic scenes from the Small World ride. That one's one of my favorite, with the zebra and the penguin. And then the monkeys and the little deer on top. So it does play at the Small World. Great piece for a Disney collector. I think I've seen one listed and sold for around $20. This does have some discoloration, but perfect for those that love Disney, that collect Disney. You could put some of your Disney ephemera inside, your bands, your little tickets. They do still have paper tickets or the cards. So this was a really nice piece. In decent shape, not broken and not damaged, which was great, because at the bins, you never know what's going to happen. Another Disney item that I picked up was this book. It's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I believe it's from the 1930s. It has some major condition, 1938, major condition issues, as you can see from the cover. Again, this is a big fooler on eBay, because there are some that are listed for $100, $125, $50, and then one sold for $10. I would not be able to get the $10 for this because of the damage. You have the damage to the cover, and then that carries on to the inside. I believe you know, we have some pencil marks everywhere. So I bought this just because I do like some of the illustrations inside, and perhaps when I finally get around to doing some junk journaling and crafting, I can use this. Now, condition does matter with books, except if it is such a rare book, especially if it is an older, you know, an antiquarian, antique book, and you might have the only one listed, or, you know, there's only 2 or 3 listed. If it is rare and hard to find, condition, you can get away with some damage. But, you know, if there's 50 of them on there, might not. Now for some other finds. Let's see. I did picked up the Avon Creative Needlecraft. Looks like it has never been used. This is of a little cow out in a field with his little birdie friend. Prices, I forget what they were. I thought maybe it would be, you know, more than what it was, but it's not. It has never been used, which is nice. Oftentimes I will bypass needlepoint because if it has opened, I have no idea if all the thread's in there, and I don't feel like counting them. But this was a neat find. Very kitschy. Some other fun finds. I was so excited when I found this lady. So here we have the woman, the girl whose name I can never ever remember. It is Holly Hobby. The original Holly Hobby. So this is an apron. It does have some discoloration and some staining, so I'm going to have to wash it, but I couldn't pass this up. Holly Hobby, people still collect them. I still forget the name, but a great apron, perfect for baking up some yummy treats in your kitchen. I picked up some other aprons. I love the vintage advertising aprons, whether they are the nail aprons from hardware stores or even these kind of aprons. This says, take a whole new look at business, the new Fortune, now bi-weekly. I believe it's a magazine or a newspaper, one or the other. So if you can imagine perhaps someone at the stand out on the street selling the newspapers and magazines, they would wear this. Same as this one. Again, this is Fortune, this great color. Can we interest you in a small fortune? Why, yes, you can. Whether in money, postcards, or vintage holiday decor. I'll take any of them. So, there you have it on. These are great for the flea market. You can put your money in there when we're not, you know, overdressed in snowsuits and warm jackets. You can even have this on over your shirt so you don't get it all messed up by all the dust and dirt that sometimes happens at flea markets, but we're all accustomed to that. So I liked finding these. These were a fun find for me. Some of the old aprons can even do really, really well and have a big following behind because people I don't think businesses really make these anymore. I know some stores such as Ace Hardware, they just have the plain red apron. I think same as maybe Michael's, but I just don't think they make them like they used to, as the saying goes. So that was a lot of fun. I do have, you know, I got some items for reselling. Not much. I don't think anything is here for me. I'll keep the Snow White book to repurpose at some point in the future. But another successful day at the bins. You do need to take your time, dig, and then if you are a reseller, check your pricing to make sure that you don't think you're finding something that is worth $75 and then it's only $10. But what did this cost me? A couple cents, so you're not really losing out. And that is the great part of the bins, because it is a great deal. It's cheap enough that whether you're buying for yourself or reselling, you're still going to come out a winner. That's right. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. If you are out and about thrifting, going to yard sales, if you are in warmer weather, I'm so jealous. We're almost into March, so I see better weather on the horizon. It's currently snowing again as I'm filming this. When you watch this, it probably won't be snowing, but just thought I had to add that in. So for my fellow snow people, good luck shoveling. May it melt quick so we can get out there and enjoy the upcoming spring weather, which I'm so looking forward to. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. I will see you all next time for the next adventure, whether it be bins, perhaps the flea market, an estate sale. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you all next time.